Hello to my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Scorpios. Let's get into it. All right, Scorpios. The last day in this cycle. High vibrating Scorpios are passionate, resourceful, and brave. The low vibrating Scorpios are jealous, secretive, and obsessive. Scorpios rule 8th house. 8th house is about intimacy and shared possessions. So 8th house is where we encounter many of the darker aspects of life. And so here we can experience loss and emotional crisis, but also deep transformation. And the 8th house is what covers the intimacies of relationships and the complexities of shared finances. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it, Scorpio. Sending everybody lots of love and light wherever you are. Wherever you are in this world, sending you lots of love and light. New you, new love, new career, new life. I love it. Nice. New. Everything. All right, Scorpios, let's do it. See what is going on. So that's right. You are becoming enlightened. You're becoming enlightened about a whole lot of things. So this is a rebirth. Something is a rebirth for you. And so that's how you do. You're making a very powerful transformation. So new everything. I love it. All right. So, Source, what is a current situation for my Scorpios? What is a current situation for my Scorpios? Those of you who have taken my tarot class, I have so enjoyed talking to each and every one of you. I love this community. I'm telling y'all, so much good feedback from you all. I love it. So yeah, new you, rebirth here, new rebirth loading, right? So you are linked to something. You're linked to something. And energies want to link up with you, right? So you're linked to multiple streams of income. And people want to link up with you. So it's just a whole new you, new love, new career, new life, whoever you are. And people love this innovation, like this, the way that you think, whoever you are. People love these ideas, whoever you are. People love all of this, right? Find out what your zodiac sign is in your 8th house. See this number 8 right here? Find out what your zodiac sign is in your 8th house. People want to link up with you. They want to talk to you. They want to kind of get into your head. They want to see, what you're thinking about, just how you think, whoever you are. Like those deep secrets, like what's on the mind of the scientist, whoever you are, Scorpio, what's on the mind of the scientist, the Scorpio, right? Because people formerly had you linked up with something crazy, right? They formerly had you linked up with some mess, right? Like the old you had you tied into some other mess, right? And that wasn't even you. Wasn't even you. Had you linked up with some whatever. Right? But now people are starting to look at you as like a person. Okay, we can do this with this person. We can do that with this person. We can put together this kind of like a candle line. We can, this, we see aloe vera here. We see a book. We see a feather here. We see a this and we see a that. Like, what were we thinking? See, that's the secret, right? People think that, and I've been saying this, Scorpio, like I'm trying my best to try to help people understand how Scorpios think, but look, I can't do it by myself, all right? So y'all gonna have to help me out here. People think y'all are so secretive, and I get it because I understand where I am in my 8th house, my sign in my own 8th house, but people gonna have to do their part too by opening their mouth and talking to you all and asking you all questions. People gonna have to step outside of their comfort zone themselves. So it can't be just all Scorpios. People are going to have to open up their mouth and say, hey, they're going to have to reach across the table themselves. Hey, can we link up? Let's sit down and talk. Let me kind of get inside your head. Let's talk to you. Let's see what's going on. Can we go out to lunch? Can we sit down and have some tea, some coffee? Let's talk about some business ventures. People are going to have to, they're going to have to do the work too. It can't be just all you talking where they just sitting back in receiving mode. What's the blockage? People are inspired by different things. Some people feel like some things are their way or the highway. That's never going to work. That's never going to work in business. It's never going to work. That's what creativity is about. This is the problem. Okay. You have invested. Eight of Pentacles is about mastering something, right? You may have mastered some things. They may have mastered some things. And that's cool, right? But what's missing between root chakra and solar plexus is water. That creative process, okay? You bring something to the table, they bring something to the table. That's sacral chakra. That's creativity, okay? That's where the creative process. You bring what you got to the table, I'm going to bring what I got to the table, right? Let's talk, okay? That's that right there in between root chakra and solar plexus. That's where sometimes you agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Okay, we bring in two worlds together. You mastered this, I mastered that. Okay, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. This worked for me, that worked for you. However, such and such. So source is saying to you, looking at your cards here, you mastered something, right? And so it's a whole new you, new career, new life, new everything, right? And so you come into the table and you may be inspired by some things, but you have this Four of Wands here. Celebrate. You prayed for some things. You prayed to link up with some people, and guess what? It's coming together because of your innovative brain, how you think. How you think. And so some creativity. What else we got? The distant past. What's the distant past? What happened in the past? What happened? Yeah, you made a lot of sacrifices. This is what I'm saying right here. This is the Hangman. You made a lot of sacrifices to master whatever you're doing. And this is where the water comes in, right? Somebody there was a lot of you learn how to believe in your dreams, and right now Neptune is retrograde in, well, it went retrograde in Aries, right? So but it's still retrograde right now. So this is where you want to slow down and start saying, okay, let me start talking to source first. This is prayer right here. This is where you're praying. Source, please send some energies across my path that I can link up with, and we can do some business ventures together. This is where you get into it. This is where you start talking to people. But you talk to source first, okay, right? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is the recent past, right? You're working on yourself. This is you working on yourself. This is why people think that you're so secretive, because a seed was already planted by a karmic couple. A karmic couple went ahead of you to try to end you. This is what happened. This is what had happened was. What had happened was, I'm going to tell a story here, right? So what had happened was a karmic couple went ahead of you and they tried to end you. 8 is the death card. They try to end you. That's what I'm saying. You was linked up with something else first. They tried to link you to something else first, and they was celebrating a little too soon, right? But people started realizing, hold on, this person made a lot of sacrifices to master what they mastered. And that's not a secret anymore. So some people really people are starting to see, you made a lot of sacrifices. You hung in there. See how this person hanging upside down? You hung in there. You worked on yourself. This is Night. And people can hear how you talk. Like, people can hear how you talk, like you hung in there. It's a whole new everything. And people are like, hold on, wait a minute now. Hold on. We want to link up with this person. That's what people are saying. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the newspaper. Hold the candles. Hold on. We want to link up with this person. Whoever you are, people are saying we want to link up with this person. So that's what I'm talking about. So get ready to celebrate. No weapon formed against you prosper. And it's not going to. People really want to link up with you because they like, okay, we like this person's energy. We like this person's energy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Keep it high vibrational. You're going to keep high vibrational. You can tune into this channel. We're not doing low vibrational on this channel here. 7 of Cups. The duality of a snake. right? So remember the duality of a snake. You know how to nurture yourself, divine feminine energy. Snakes have a spine. First, people were saying you're spineless, you're this and that, blah, blah, blah. But they were projecting. Remember, seventh house. Seventh house is about projection, open enemies. People saw you moving on because the scales from your eyes were removed. They didn't ask no questions. Remember, before seventh house is sixth house, fifth house, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all can count backwards. Y'all was in class. So it's just saying to you, people didn't even go back to sixth house as to why you moved on from something. They didn't care. All they knew that you moved on from something. Say that you was a snake, you were spineless. What class were they in where they didn't realize that snakes had a spine? First of all, you've climbed a ladder. You reached the peak of wherever your career was, and you moved on. That's when a person says, okay, I've reached the peak of my career. There's no more bowls to flip over. It's time to move on, right? You moved on. You moved on. So you're keeping your vibrations high, whoever you are. You're moving on. Yeah. This is what a lot of people have in common. You moved on, right? And so now you're linking up with other creatives. You're linking up with other creatives, right? Because after a while, y'all know that this is what a lot of people have in common. The energies that stay on jobs too long, and they become toxic in work environments. They become toxic in any environment that they're in. They start complaining about this person, complaining about that person. They become venomous in that environment. They become the dark side of a snake, right? It's because it's not nurturing to them anymore. So any new person comes in, they can't wait to stick their fangs in them. Everybody can relate to that. So you number 7 the situation and moved on. So yeah, some people want to link up with you. Knew everything. So that's your strength right here. You know when to move on. Yeah, your spirit already left the building. You're on your way to the 10th, your north node. Yeah, and so you inspire other people. You inspire other people when to move on. This is right here. So somebody else is already inspired. Their spirit already left the building. So when you move on from a poisonous environment, you already inspired other people who've been bullied. They inspired to move on themselves. Their spirit already left. Even if their physical body hasn't left, their spirit has already moved on. They already start setting boundaries. It's just a matter of time. 3 strikes, boom, they're out. That's the influence. So external and environmental influences, yeah, they're not giving it any more air. They're not paying any more attention. It's like when they just zone out. They like, you know what? They're not giving it any more air. They're not looking for acceptance or approval. That's when a person starts planning. That's when a person says, hey, they just coming to work, just get in their paycheck. They already started planning because their spirit already left the building. They just there for a paycheck. That's it. They tuned out. They did for a paycheck. That's it. But they ain't paying attention to nothing else. As soon as they get up enough money, they out. They gone. Don't have anything negative to say about people or positive. They just there for a paycheck. They zoned out. This spirit has already left the body. They gone. They ain't paying attention to nothing else. Just pay them so they can move on. That's it. So you paid attention to something. You paid attention to something, right? You learn how to pay attention. Yeah, you learn how to pay attention. You worked on yourself. Yeah, you made a lot of sacrifices. Yeah, knew everything, right? That's how you keep your vibrations high. Hopes and fears. Yeah, you're positive. You're just remaining positive. You're remaining positive. And I don't see any fears for you because you're getting out getting some sun, right? You're just avoiding energies that's trying to bring, you know, darkness into your life. Anybody that's trying to block your sunshine, your positivity. You're just avoiding those energies altogether. Outcome, you're structured and authoritative. That's your outcome. Yeah. Because the light has already been shining on energies who like to play games where it's their way or the highway. You already spotted those energies. They're a total abuse of power and authority. You put them in a position, you can already tell. You already know. Some people, you can already tell. Yep. So it's a whole new you. Yep. Booked and busy, not burdened and bitter by anything. Here we have the new one. It's extra special. You trust your first mind. I see you praying and meditating, right? You have the gift of clairaudience. You hear things very, very clearly. The best is yet to come. Third eye chakra cleanse, right? So it's all becoming clearer to you now, right? Close out the cycle in love. You're relaxed. First red flag, praying and meditating. More money is coming soon. Heart chakra cleanse, right? If somebody loves what they do, right? Your new home awaits. One yes from God is all you need because somebody's a prayer warrior, right? So prayer warriors recognize prayer warriors. You have the gift of clairvoyance. You see things clearly. Somebody is a seer. You inspire them to heal. Somebody has not been completely honest with you. Yep. It's not as deep as you think. Right? Throat chakra cleanse because God has already fought a battle for you. Once source exposes people who abuse their power, all you need to do is give it to God, and that's for real. Let them battle with God. You'll see how short their arms are. Yep, the waiting game. Sands of time. You are at peace. You and somebody are at peace. Because the roots are deep. See these roots right here? Are deep. And these growth here. Yep, so empowerment. Somebody feels empowered. Somebody feels empowered. So you are feeling quite successful, whoever you are. You feel quite empowered, right? That is what I have for you. Like I said, today is the last day. If you're watching this on Friday, it's the last day for, it is the last day for, I want to say Leo season. Yeah, and then we move into Virgo season, I believe. Yep. Yep, and then we move into Virgo season. Yeah, so so radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Yeah, so the waiting game. Yeah, so... yeah, something is not as deep as people think it is. Something is not as deep as you think it is. What was I getting ready to... is in one... I had another oracle card up here. Yeah, see, like I said, I see you being booked and busy, but your new home awaits. Somebody could be buying a new home. So congratulations to somebody. Because all somebody needed was one yes from God. And more money, like I said, is coming soon. What else? Yeah, somebody's definitely a prayer warrior. So you are aligning yourself with other prayer warriors. But I think that's it. I think that's it. I was trying to make sure we had a number card that came out here. Let's see something here. But somebody is moving. Yeah, somebody is moving. This looks like you're moving. That's what I'm saying, your new home awaits. Looks like you're moving. Let me just see something here. Yeah, because again, some people want to link up with you. Some people are starting to see. Some people are starting to see, yeah. Like new everything. New you, new love, new career, new life. Yeah. How hard you worked on yourself. Okay. Nice. Somebody from your past. Okay, let me kind of slow down for a second. Okay. Somebody has an ex, because you have new love. Let me slow down for a second. This right here, you have new love coming across your path who tried to link you with something just real dark here. Something around money. Somebody tried, and this is horrible. Okay, I got to give y'all both sides of this. Somebody tried to sacrifice you from your past. After all the sacrifices that you made, they try to link you to something really, really dark, and then try to link you and somebody else to something really, really dark. Somebody from your past. Somebody felt something that was their way or the highway, made a very impulsive move, and try to link you and somebody to something real dark, right? And sometimes you don't know exactly who it is. This is why I don't try to point fingers at anybody to say that somebody did this or whatever. Anyway, because you never know who in the physical realm is behind something. Because sometimes there's too many people involved. Like for instance, you could have a lot of enemies, especially if you got multiple streams of income. Somebody could hate the fact that you got multiple streams of income, and they can point fingers at you and you don't really know. So I always just say, you know what, let's let God sort it out, whatever. All you know is that you worked hard on yourself. So nobody really gets away with anything, right? But you have learned how to move on, right? But a love interest from your past, just so you know, a love interest from your past tried to link you and somebody else to something, right? That was very dark around money and around sex, just so you know, right? And they went right back on to like nothing ever happened. They try to link you and somebody else to something, right? And something really, really dark. And I feel like it's somebody who possibly has a store, because I'm seeing somebody sitting down like in a physical something. Somebody must have a store, because this is in a physical place. You see this person sitting here in a chair. So it looks like somebody could have a physical store. They must sell multiple things in a store. Somebody try to link you to something, right? And they act like, they just, and this could be a religious something. They try to link a couple to something dark around sex and around money. Somebody try to link a couple to something. Some kind of a sacrifice that was done, possibly to two people. This could be a man and a woman. This could be two women, two men, something. Try to link somebody to something in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But y'all know how it goes when money is involved. And people don't want to take the blame themselves. They try to link other people to stuff. Anyway, bottom line is, source will expose whatever source needs to expose. It looks like like 8 different things somebody is linked to. A Scorpio is linked to 8 different things, right? If you are, then Source will, do what Source is doing. Anyway, people are moving on. People are moving on and not paying attention to whatever. People are moving on. People are moving on and getting structured and organized. Yeah. But somebody is learning how to trust their first mind. Somebody's learning how to trust their first mind, and you inspire some people to heal, right? I see you being booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. The new one is extra special. You have the gift of clairaudience, but this is tied to somebody's ex-love interest. You're expressing your truth about a situation. Somebody has not been completely honest about something. But somebody just has a very messy ex that just loves when things don't go their way. It's like they're throwing a temper tantrum, and it's just not cool, period. I mean, anyway, your new home awaits. You're relaxing. One yes from God is all you need. You have the gift of clairaudience. This is clear listening. Pray and meditate. You're closing out a cycle in love. Heart chakra cleanse. First red flag. Pray and meditate. The best is yet to come. Yeah. It's somebody you won't be linking up with. I can tell you that. You won't be linking up with somebody anymore, because that number 8 is about linking up with energy, and it can continue to affect your money. It'll affect your money. It'll affect your impact on people, especially if you're a very positive, high vibrating Scorpio. Even having friends that can't handle their love life because they're impulsive and messy and throwing temper tantrums when things don't go right in their personal life. They'll mess up your professional life, your professional relationships. It'll just tear them down. So anyway, and vice versa. So anyway, 77, I am brave. So it is time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. I am brave. 77. There's 2 situations you're closing out altogether, because some people have shown to be open enemies. It almost is like you have people's backs because you're a fixed sign. So it's like you have people's backs to the very end, but time and time they keep showing that they're open enemies with their impulsive behavior, and it's messing up somebody's money. It's messing up somebody's money. You're trying to link up with people and you're trying to make money. You're trying to make some stuff happen. You're trying to empower people, and people just kind of, it's like something was going to happen in a matter of time. It's just a waiting game. It's just like, here we go again. Here we go again. Somebody just cannot control. It's like literally somebody just cannot control their temper. Soon as something don't go well for them, they just snap. Whoever these energies are, they literally edge God out. Literally, it's like as soon as they don't get their way in a relationship, and I say that because I'm looking at the four of Wands here, which is a new and exuberant love. Everything seems like it's fine at first. As soon as they don't get their way, they snap. So some kind of talent. You have some kind of talent for empowering people, but you're closing out 2 cycles in love. You're bravely closing out some cycles in love, because you're starting to see that some energies are the shadow to your light, and it just, you and somebody are just like, okay, enough is enough. So anyway, that's it. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. I think that's it. I was trying to see if there was any other oracle. I think these are all the oracle cards that I have, but that's what I have for you. All right, bye.